Welcome, hola, what's good? Hey, y'all, hey, you are tuned in to Circle Up with Amanda Heard. What's good, family? Here we are yet again with another episode, the final episode of season 8, Breaking Cycles. Breaking Cycles has been a phenomenal season. We have broken so many cycles. We have literally talked about so many different things. We were challenged to talk about reaching for more. I can't over, I can over I can't. We talked about breaking the cycle of shattering the poverty mindset. We dealt with breaking the cycle of breaking covenants and even breaking family curses. Listen, there has been so many different things that we discussed in this season. If you have missed any of them, be encouraged to go all the way back to season 8, episode 1, and binge listen to all of them all the way up until now. You will be blessed. You will literally be able to experience some freedom in some of those areas that you find yourself cycling the same old cycle. And so listen, today as we wrap up, it is a bittersweet moment, but I am so excited about what God has for us in season 9. Season 9, we are literally going to be talking about you were crowned for this. And so there's just so many different things that we face in life that we don't even understand. We have already been crowned for that thing. And so I'm excited to talk about those things. As you know, after 10 episodes, for those of you who follow, we go through a little series of planning. And so that's about 3 weeks until the next season starts. However, we do not leave you alone. We still fill you up with prayers and encouragements and all of the fun things. So continue to tune in. And this is the time where you get to tune in throughout the week, like maybe a Monday, a Wednesday, and sometimes twice a week, and get so much inspiration and encouragement. So listen, you won't be missing us, but until we get another series, another topic, until season 8 is released, this is what you get, right? So before we dive in, I do want to throw this other announcement out there. Listen, I myself have literally talked about all of the different cycles that I have personally went through myself and broke. I have personally experienced the freedom. I have personally experienced change in my life because of these things, and I've shared these tools. If you have literally broken a cycle that you went through that I did not speak about, listen, I want to hear your story. We want to hear your story. Just whatever you do, I want you to do this. I want you to run over to our email address at circleup, CIRCLEUP dot ah@gmail.com, and I want you to send us an email letting us know I want to share my story. Listen, I want you guys to gather up with me, get up with me, circle up with Amanda Heard, and listen, share your story on our platform. We want to help shine the light on what cycles you have broken. We want to help those that maybe are connected to you, connected to the sound that you have, or even just cycling that cycle that you've cycled, be able to break that very cycle. So listen, share your story, be encouraged to reach out. We cannot wait to hear from you. Listen, if maybe there was a cycle that I talked about and you gained an extra tool in that thing that I did not talk about, I didn't share. Maybe there was no light because I didn't personally experience it. We want to hear those stories too. I don't mind repeating an episode if there's an extra tool that can be added. I want the people of God to get everything that is available for them. So if this is your story, if this is what you have, if there was an extra nugget that you got that you think is a nugget that is definitely worth getting out there, feel free to shoot us an email. We cannot wait to hear from you. So now that we got that out of the way, grab your snacks, drinks, and chairs, and let's get ready to circle up. What's good, fam? So episode 10, the final episode of season 8, Breaking Cycles. Today we're going to talk about breaking the cycle of fear left me to it. Fear stopped me from it. Fear is the reason why I did not move forth. We are breaking the cycle of fear today, okay? Listen, there's so many different areas in your life where you will conquer fear. But I want you to know that every level that you reach, there's a new level of fear that you will be presented with. And because of that, you have to have the tools. You have to know what to use in order to get through that thing again. Sometimes what you use on the previous level will not work for the new level unless it is now energized, strong enough, strengthened enough to overtake this new level of it, right? So it may have started, what I mean by that is it may have started only in the mind. And then before you know it, now it's physical, right? It may have started from something that you've seen, and now you see it showing up in your everyday life. This is how it escalates. This is how things begin to grow bigger. It never stays the same. There's always an increase to whatever it is. The same way your blessings can increase, the same way your finances can increase, the same way, hey, even you grow up in life, right? The same way growth takes place in all these other areas in your life. I want you to know one thing. If you water fear, it will grow as well. I want you to know two things, that any level that you arrive to, there's going to be another level of that thing that you have to conquer, right? And so just like you, I myself have faced fear several times. I have literally battled the cycle of fear kept me from it. I have literally used fear as my excuse several times over and over again. And then I've learned that, listen, the one thing that I've done to help get me through it is the simplest thing in the world. I just did it. I did exactly what fear told me that I could not do. I stepped outside of, and I know we hate to say this because it's a cliche, but my comfort zone. And I just did it. What is it? It is the very thing that fear was keeping me from. So whatever that is in your life, whatever that looks like in your situation, whether it's applying for that job that you know good and well you don't qualify for, you're afraid because you believe that they are going to automatically tell you no. Listen, apply anyway. Just do it. When you just do it, you literally look fear in its face and you say, you do not win. You do not have anything over me. You do not get another gain here. I literally am taking control over this thing, and I'm deciding that I'm gonna go for it. I'm deciding that fear won't be the thing that kept me from it any longer. And so when you are on typically like these earlier stages of trial and error, and you're on these earlier stages of getting through the very thing that fear is trying to keep you from, and you just do it, you will learn and gain confidence that, listen, oh no, cough, don't come back. But you will learn that that is the first step to breaking the cycle. That is, although a lot of us look at it as if that is the most challenging step, I want you to understand this, that it does get a little tougher, right? It does get a little more stronger the more you grow on this journey. You'll begin to exercise that part time and time again. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And so after you step out there and after you do it, and now you're facing this stronger entity of fear, right? Literally, it doesn't just go away. It literally escalates. It gets to this place where now you feel the pressure of fear. You're like, oh, so you're just gonna do it anyway. Fear is bucking at you like, oh, you just gonna do it anyway? Well, how about this? And you feel this pressure, and with this pressure, it comes all of these mind-boggling doubts. It comes with all of this anxiety in some way, shape, or form that makes you feel like now that you did it, expect nothing. It leaves you with this open-ended space of feeling like everything that was holding you back is coming back 10 times stronger with all of their friends, right? They bring in their uncles, cousins, aunties, and all of them. Like, listen, you want war. But that's literally because of that pressure, we find ourselves trapped in that circle of saying, never mind. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to check my email. Never mind. I'm not going to say that prayer. I'm not going to put that message out. Never mind. I'm not going to help that friend. I'm not going to use my voice. I'm not going to start that podcast. Never mind. I'm not going to, you get back into this comfort zone of saying, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And when you look at the reason, when you find your why are you not doing it? The answer normally always circles back to because fear kept me from it. Listen, we're going to break that cycle. I want you to know something. I want you to know this. I want you to know this deep down in your knowing. I want you to know that God has given us so many things here on earth. He has given us so many things here within us. He has given us every single thing that we could ever possibly need. His word, his message, the word tells us that there is nothing that we stand in lack of. One thing for sure that he did not give us was fear. One thing for sure that he did not put inside of us was a spirit of fear. So listen, that thing alone is something that did not come from your creator. It's something that did not come from the one who can literally make all ends happen, anything take place, anything come into the fruit of what it needs to be. Listen, he has given us, hands down, every single thing that we need to conquer anything we come across. He has equipped us fully to be everything that we were meant to be. We cannot allow something that is against him, meaning if anything is against him, if anything is coming up against the one who knows all, has all powerful, almighty, that means that they are standing in lack of, right? That alone lets us know that it does not compare to our God. It does not compare to the one who has equipped us. So that means we have so much more in our arsenal to deal with than what that thing has. So just looking from that perspective, it lets you know that fear is a lot smaller than what we give it credit for. Fear, although it comes with great pressure, it cannot beat what you have inside of you. And when you begin to tap into this thing, when you begin to tap into the spirit that dwells inside of you, you will know without a doubt that fear cannot keep you from anything. You are the thing that's keeping you away from the very thing that you were called to, from the very thing that you desire, from the very thing that you deserve. It's you. And so we circle up together and we look at the root of where this thing is coming from, and we blame it on fear, saying fear has kept me from it. But listen, like we talked about in the very start of this, when you just did it, you defeated fear. The next thing, the pressure that has come after you defeated that thing, now baby, it's all on you. Now, what are you going to do after you defeated it? Now, the light is back on you. You no longer have anything to blame it on but yourself. And so you have to get out of that space. You have to understand that fear has now become an excuse when you find out that that was the thing that was already defeated. When you tapped into the spirit that was within you that defeated the very thing that has given you everything that you need to defeat the thing that was standing in front of you and your promise, you have to know at that place, it's no longer that, now it's you. And so this takes me back and reminds me of when people get to a place of tapping into their freedom. When you are bound for so long, when you are chained for so long, when you are in jail for so long, and you finally get out into this world where everything is available to you, you don't know how to act. Most times, the normal person would act in the same manner that they were acting when they were bound. How does that look? What do you blame it on then? You can't blame it on the chains anymore. You can't blame it on being locked in this box anymore. You can't blame it on those around you anymore. Now it's all about you. The way that you're moving and you're going and you're doing things is now all on you. And so now that we have got to the root of the very thing where we like to blame fear, where we like to say, fear kept me from it. Fear made me do it. Fear is the reason why. We've learned that that fear is literally the excuse. Whenever you took that step, like I said time ago, and you just did it, you were on that first level, you were on that first base of fear, and you said, listen, I've learned to tap into my faith and just do the very thing that is on my heart, just do the very thing that is on my mind, just do the very thing that is written in my plans, just do the very thing that I feel as though I was called to, and you just do it, but you still feel the weight of what was connected to the thing that you conquered. You have to understand that there's a deeper depth to that. And that thing is no longer your excuse. That thing now is you. So look at self. I want everybody to really kind of examine self. If you found yourself in that place, I want you to begin to examine self. And if you found yourself in this place, now we're here. Listen, this is for you. Now we're here. Now we found ourselves in this place where, dang, it's not fear. Well, I've already conquered that. Now it's me. How do I move forth? I want you to know something. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to stand up tall, and I want you to receive this with everything inside of you. You deserve the very thing that you hunger for. Whether it's more in your family and your household, whether it's more on your job, whether it's more in your ministry, whether it's more, the more that you feel, the more that you desire, the more that you want, you have to know that you deserve it. Our problem is that we feel so unworthy because of our past. We feel so unworthy because of some of the steps as children of God we got to hop over, we didn't have to do. We feel so unworthy because we have been raised and trained to be humble, and we have been trained and raised to be in this place of lowly. But listen, God says you are royal. When you understand that you are royalty, when you understand that you are a part of a kingdom, when you understand that it does not work the same way in the world as it does in the kingdom, you will begin to lift your head a little higher. You will begin to understand that everything that now self-doubt is trying to take over in, you will begin to understand that that thing does not belong to you. It doesn't belong to you because you are of royalty. And the only thing that royalty receives are gifts. Gifts of prosperity, gifts of more, gifts of hope, gifts of love, gifts and tokens of things that they can use that was going to benefit them, that this is going to help them. When you think about somebody bringing a gift to anybody in the house of royalty, you don't think of anything that's to tear them down. You don't think it's anything that's going to keep them from the greatness. You don't think that it's anything that's going to literally destroy the work of what they have going on. They always bring things to uplift, to better build, to help you grow on. And so you have to understand that you are royalty. You are in the kingdom of God. And because of that, it makes you worthy of everything that your heart desires. Listen, sometimes we begin to move in ways, in realms that are a little out of alignment of what God has for us. But the most precious thing about that is when you have a Father that knows all, sees all, and only wants the best for you. He has no problem with getting you back in line. So even when you mess up, it does not strip your title of royalty. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to reach for the more. Do not be afraid to go after the very things that you know belong to you. Do not allow self-doubt to keep you from that place. I want you to reach for everything this year, everything. Don't allow anything to slip through your fingers. Only allow God to prune and pluck the things away from you that don't belong to you. So listen, I pray that with this piece of encouragement, it helps you break the cycle of living in that place of saying fear kept me from it. It wasn't fear, it was self-doubt. And I pray that this moment of encouragement has allowed you to strip self-doubt out of your being. It's allowed you to open up your heart and allow God to prune you from self-doubt and grow forth in everything that you are worthy to gain, being a child of the Most High God, living in a kingdom of royalty. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I love you guys so much. I cannot wait to share all of my tokens of love and appreciation and prayers. And listen, be on the lookout for a giveaway, because every time we have a break, there's a giveaway that takes place. And so there's a special giveaway that will be taking place this month. I want you all to be a part of it. Run over to our social media at Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at circleup_AH, and listen, get connected so that you know what to do in order to be a part of the drawings for the giveaway. I don't want you guys to miss this. There's just some special pieces there. And listen, by being connected, you get so many jewels every single day of the week. And so you benefit from that, hands down. I love you guys lots. Cannot wait to talk to you next week. Be blessed, guys. Adios. Bye.